Hello, my name is Dudley and welcome back for another episode of Heartland 3 in Black Ice as PRC. So in previous episode we managed to take Ping, but we did lose a bit of ground there. We did lose quite a bit of ground in the north and also a little bit of ground in the south, but we're slowly getting to, well, I suppose this one's probably something that we'll still lose, but we're trying to keep the enemy at bay as long as possible. We did lose Kikihara right now, so that's only one province on the other side of the river now. We might be able to, well, I think we are able to hold on that one for the time being at least. At least dealing a whole lot of damage on the enemy in there, if nothing else. But we are starting to have some problems. Oh dear, that one's going to hold, not hold rather. I think we're going to just retreat that one for now. Lost 10,000 men in that combat. And that was defensive combat at that, so yeah, that kind of tells you how bad we're hurting because of the enemy's got the air superiority in here. Oh, well, they can do the bombing runs. They're not doing them constantly, necessarily. Actually, that reminds me, I should probably put in that on the message settings real quick. Right, so that might be something that we can now see. Oh, resource production, yeah, we'll take that on. There we go, a bit more resources. And victory at ton 2, so at least we're holding across the... Well, we're still holding onto the bridgehead. These are not really in a shape to go and help in this combat. I suppose we could send one of these in here. Just to aid in there, because I don't know if this one's able to hold back the enemy for long enough. I mean, technically speaking, we should still be able to deal pretty decent damage in there. In the meanwhile, in Bardon, I'm going to go ahead and take the Survivor Militia and retreat that one. The Naval Infantry over here is hopefully going to get there in time. Or stay there for now. Oh, Gohan is under attack. Right, so they're trying to do a counter or attack across the river. Airborne unit training is fast, so we get the light trucks a little bit more morale, which is very, very important. But yeah, we should be mostly fine there. We're starting to get the officer ratio back to a little bit higher numbers, but it's not really sorted out yet. The enemies over here in Kawashi are looking a little bit rough for wear, or worse for wear. I'm going to go ahead and send one of these light infantry divisions up here in the mountains, because that one of these mountaineer divisions is going to have to retreat. This one is not in shape to go and join the combat anytime soon. There's not much defenders in Dandong, so we're just going to go ahead and attack that one then. And hopefully we can just break through there. Then once they start doing counterattack, we can start attacking with these and take Kuandian. So that we can get maybe to the river line up here, and then maybe, one way or the other, just push along the river, cut the enemy, sort of most of the enemy in Manchuria out of supply lines, and then it's going to be easy to just destroy. Well, I say easy, it's going to be easier to just destroy them. I don't know if we'll have the man or the troop count for actually pulling that off though, but at least we can get into a bit better locations. Oh, there we go. That was a victory. Now we just need to get in there. Hey, twin engine bomber bay. A bit less air defense, but more soft and hard attack, sea attack, strategic attack, and victory at Kashi. Ooh. We did lose the province there. I think we're going to go ahead and at least leave that one behind. That one can maybe push in with the Mountaineer. This could maybe push in there as well. Hopefully this Mountaineer is not going to be pushed out quite yet. We might want to buy some more resources. What are we lacking? We could use some more rubber, although it's not necessarily the most needed thing. Nickel, I don't think there's any available for us to buy. Most of the time is bought pretty quickly. Actually, we'll buy some chromite. That's always a smart option. We'll buy that from the Soviets. So there's elite light infantry and cavalry and fascist militia over here. Plus some of their support units. So that's not too difficult. We are going to be getting the airbase in Bishui relatively soon, so we can wreck that garrison over there, so it's not going to cause grey hairs for us later on. But then there's, of course, we need to get across the river here one way or the other. Of course, if we've got air support in here, then it shouldn't be too difficult. It's not going to be easy, mind you, but it shouldn't be too difficult, at least. Okay, that one's under attack. Oh, right, they're attacking the... Hey, chromite surplus, there we go. Airbase strike tactics advance, that's also quite nice. Kaja is now under attack, but it's only by some fascist militia currently. Oh dear, major defeat. Right, they're pushing us in here. Okay, you know what? You just stay there. Oh, they are using air support still in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start retreating some of these. At least we can get a little bit further away from the airfield. And we are getting the airfield in Vin, although that's going to still take up until September. So we need another month before we can get the airbase up and running there. And then we can go ahead and move enough fighters. I mean, technically speaking, we've got a bit of range already. Actually, we've got range in here. Aha. Oh, they intercepted us in here. Alright, well that didn't go quite as planned. Less reinforcements, but less upgrades. The airbase in Bijou is going to be in 3 days. Then we're going to send in the close air support up north. So they're still doing the bombing runs in here, although we did catch them this time around. Oh, there we go. Yeah, those won't be returning for a little bit. So still got one naval infantry holding back the enemy. Probably not very long, but at least buying us some more time to dig in with the other troops. And seems like there's not that much units in here. There's headquarters. And they're going to go ahead and start attacking that stack, at least. This one can probably push back in. These ones are probably going to hold. These ones are not really in shape to attack anyway. We can take one of these infantry units to go and support that. Then we can maybe do a counterattack to get back to the river line at least. And that mountaineer needs to pull back. I'm going to send that to Siping. Oh, there we go. The airbase is actually already done. And there's also the infantry division. So this is going to go to the 8th Corps. Let's go ahead and give that another leader. Give it the commander actually in there. And we can also go ahead and send in the medium infantry over here to Hartin. Just to be fair, yeah, that's probably going to be needed in there to provide some strength for the front line. This one's going to be pulled back behind the line just to get some reinforcements in there. But this one's the heavy artillery, or medium artillery, not heavy artillery. So it's already got digging bonus for 11 days. It's not getting organization very quickly, but at least it's getting some of it. Ooh, ammunition capacity. Right, is that ahead of time? It is indeed. Right, we are getting the machine gun cannon combo as well. That's going to be very handy. And prototype evaluation is going to be quite handy as well. Did we get the... Hold on a minute. Systems... We did get the supercharger already. Right, and then in the bottom... Okay, there's not much there. Well, we're down to 203 research currently. Still way too many. Oh, we're getting the infantry support tanks soon enough. Now those are going to be quite handy, actually. Ooh, Halai is under attack. Well, I think we might... Oh, and Kayuan is under attack. Okay. That one's going to be a bit more worrisome. This one's also another one that I'm slightly concerned about. I think what we can do is... the infantry division is going to give a support attack. Then one of these light infantry divisions is going to move further in here. I mean, if we can get to Korea, cut them off over here, then clear out the port and clear out the southern areas, that's going to be pretty decent. We might not want to go to Busan quite yet. Ooh, there we go. They got their... Oh, they got carrier aircrafts in here as well. Okay. So holding the enemy back at least. Just about. I believe we need to... Yeah, we need a bit more reinforcements and upgrades. We are going to get some garrisons as well. I think most of these garrisons were still kind of planned for the northern areas, but I suppose getting a bit of garrisons for Indochina wouldn't hurt either, to be fair. Just guard the ports in Haiphong and Wind at least. And then maybe we can probably do a little bit both. So we'll put in like 2 or 3 garrisons in here, just so that we can then relieve the... Actually, that's just the headquarters in there. This was supposed to be in there, actually. Right, well, let's go ahead and redeploy that in there. So in that case, we might not need the garrisons down here. It's probably better for us to send them to the north, so we can then free up some more troops in here to go to the front line and then start pushing maybe into Korea. Oh, there we go. Victoria Kwandian. That one... Oh, there we go. We got some reinforcements in there. The Bardon is still under attack. Oh, Dubnura is under attack. Okay, so that's... Oh, yeah, since we got the troops in here now assisting. I'm going to go ahead and pull back one of these at least. This one's pretty low strength. Pull that there behind the lines. We do have another unit. Oh, right. I forgot about this unit. I'm going to go ahead and send this one across the river to hold the bridgehead. And also one of these infantry divisions needs to pull back. Get to Ulan-Hot. So there's a lot on there. I suppose if we're taking that already... Oh, there's... okay, there's an infantry division there, but is that... Oh, there we go. There's probably someone that had shattered recently. We're losing some ground in here. Luckily, at least this one got behind the line already. We're still holding back the enemy in here. We've got quite a bit of troops in there. I'm going to go ahead and retreat some of them. Well, at least one. They're not under attack yet, but they probably will be. Ah, there we go. Tibinjuan. Also, another victory. There's not a lot of enemy units that can attack there anymore. Oh, Hatin is under attack. Okay, so I was going to retreat that one at least. The rest of the units can probably hold on for now. I suspect that this is going to be a very costly attack for the enemy. If we have a look at the manpower, they're attacking with about 9,000 men. They're losing... Oh boy. Tens of men, so almost 100 men per hour in there during daytime. During nighttime is not quite as bad for them, but it's still quite rough. So yeah, no, that's going to be an easy victory for us, I reckon. For now, anyway. But we need to start pulling back the frontline troops here soon enough, I reckon. We can keep on delaying them a little bit further. Oh, there's the infantry tank. There we go. So let's have a look at the infantry tank. Then what is the design? It doesn't have a name. How much does it have armor or anything like armor? 24? Okay, so it's kind of comparable to the medium armor that we have. It's got some soft attack. It does have, well, we would reduce the softness quite a bit. It's a bit expensive. Almost 22 IC, but I suppose it might not be the worst thing to have for some units at least. And I suppose it would be a... It does give us some toughness and defensiveness. Bit of air defense. And then a tiny bit of piercing, but the piercing wouldn't really be all that impressive. But yeah, that's something that we might start building at some point. At least a few units. Oh, 2 more days for the armored division. Oh boy. That's going to go to the northern front, to be fair. But that is probably going to be allowing us to then start pushing further through the enemy lines in here. At least this one's, well, I don't know where exactly we're going to place it. Probably put it to Mukden first. And then once it's regained its organization, it can start moving forward. So how long do we need to wait for the... Ah, right, so tomorrow we're going to get the garrisons. So we're going to get the heavy artillery for the mercenary division in September, early September right now. It might actually get sped up a little bit. Right, so this is going to be pushed through. I'm going to go ahead and move in... I'm going to take this one already. Send it to Dandong. And we'll get the 2 garrisons in here. We don't have any airfields nearby yet. No, not really. Or any closer, at least. Ooh, right. Oh, boy, our interceptors are looking a bit rough. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop that interception working right now, then. It's not going to work. We might be able to get across the river again soon enough. Oh, Ton 2 is under attack. Well, that's probably going to hold. The enemy is just going to shatter itself again. We've got some of the strongest units that we have in there. Ooh, there we go. The northern interception is going surprisingly well. This one's still quite a bit under attack. We can go ahead and send in another unit to assist there. This one's hopefully going to be a victory. We could probably go ahead and take the infantry over here to do a counterattack. And then Cat, well, Cat is not in a shape to go and do any fighting right now. So let's get the garrisons in here then. We've got some garrisons already in there. We'll go ahead and put in one there. And one here. And we'll go ahead and put in a core over there. This could be probably assigned under the... I guess we'll just make a new army in here as well. Call it the northern garrisons. We are going to put in someone in charge of this, but it doesn't need to be anything too specific. Something like that maybe. And then assign this under the... we need to start... I'm just going to assign it under the Yan'an HQ right now. And we'll go ahead and put in the garrison over here under the 9th Corps. Go ahead and use some of the skill level 0s over here for the garrisons. I suppose the Corps itself could use a leader. Nothing too special, but yeah, that'll probably help. Oh, but there we go. Our total IC is almost 300 now. So it's slowly getting... I mean, I suppose we have captured some factories in here. Although, actually not all that many yet. I was looking in... okay... We'll go ahead and start attacking in here with 4 divisions. These 2 divisions can probably push along the river. Oh, this... oh, that one's going to be a little bit rough attack there. This one's not quite as rough, actually. It looks worse, but it's going to be easier. Oh, there we go. Let's get the armored division in here. That one is going to be under the 1st Motorized Corps. And it's going to get the skill level 3 leader in here. Oh, there we go. Victory at Ton 2. So now we just need to wait for our organization to grow over there for a little while. But then this is going to get in probably over here to stop the enemy advances at least for a little while. And then after that we can maybe send it across the river and start pushing northeast towards Vladivostok. Or at least the border between Korea and Soviet Union. So getting some reinforcements in here. I suppose what I could do is, since there's probably not going to be a lot of defenders in here, just keep on pushing the enemy headquarters back a little bit. I suppose this infantry then start pushing southeast. Oh, there we go. So we can see the casualties that... Oh, a medium armor design advance level 4. There we go. And division HQ advance. So I suppose we do need to get the extra white tank trucks already underway. Oh, right, and then it was the Division HQ. That's something we can go ahead and research. And a lot more reinforcements. Oh, I believe we did get the airfield already, didn't we? We did, okay. Let's go ahead and send in the fighter bombers then. Or close air support up here. Then we'll start bombing the garrison over there. Sooner or later we'll just wreck it. Hopefully. We're running a little bit low on officers though. I suppose we have been taking a lot of casualties, especially the bombing runs seem to be taking or inflicting a lot of casualties on us. Especially on the sort of background unit, so a lot of officers are lost that way. Well, no, that's going to have to stay there. Comintern is probably going to have to stay where he is right now. Mountain division can probably push back in here. So we can start doing a bit more counterattacks over here, and maybe we can do a bit of a larger pocket over time. It might not be easy, but I think we can manage it. So there's just going to be a little bit of combat in here still. Oh, there we go. Yuan, also victory. And now they're attacking there again, this time with another division. Only one division at a time, luckily, so that's kind of handy. Right, how's the southern front line looking like? There's one. Oh, that one's going to have to retreat. It is another major defeat. I suppose at least we're getting some organization in here, although very slowly. It's only 2 infrastructure along the inner areas there. Oh, there we go. Pushing back the enemy in one province. Then we can maybe do a support attack down here so that the general can, or the Albertus can push forward. Although I suppose the enemy is, oh, they're taking a bit of casualties there already. Getting a bit more reinforcements in here. We got the garrison already in here, so this could actually start pushing further east as well. And then maybe we can start making our way towards Pyongyang. Or try to cut all the way to Hamhung, but that's going to be probably a little bit harder to do. Oh, there we go, gyro sites. More gyro sites, and there we go. We're also going to be getting some more infrastructure soon enough. That's going to be actually freeing up a bit of production. Got a lot of ships now underway. And also we started working on the planes, but that's still not going to be done anytime soon. Oh, there we go, that's another victory. How about is this? The Mountaineer is going to have to pull back soon now, so we'll go ahead and send in the infantry division in there. We'll probably send this one in here as well. We'll go ahead and attack with the Mountaineer. Maybe we can go ahead and push back the enemy. Oh, Bandon is now in the enemy hands. We can probably go ahead and retreat this one behind the lines. It'll probably start attacking very shortly. Or maybe not. At least not yet. Oh, major defeat. Oh dear. Oh! Oh! Right, they're pushing across the river now. We'll go ahead and send this one up here to assist. We're sending in the 38th Division across the river, and actually, there's not a lot of defenders in here. We'll send in the motorized division across the river as well. If we can get in here, we can then maybe start pushing quite a bit as well. Further in here. We'll leave the mercenary infantry behind, but the other two can start pushing into Tai. So if we get lucky enough, and we can push along with the troops, we can cut off the northern area pretty much entirely. Let's also remember to give this the orders to do ground attacks here. Should be a relatively easy combat. But yeah, this is a fairly simple combat in Kikihar. And I suppose we're getting some more airfields soon. That one's... Is Jingu? It is, but it's going to be done in September, okay. Or 30th September. And then we're going to get an airbase soon. Comintern is going to get another airbase in 3 days, actually. Oh, that would be the one over here, right. Well, it's not necessarily needed anymore, but I might as well just build it. Still some construction practical. Don't need quite as much supplies, actually. I'm going to reduce that to like 18, I see. Well, 17. Because we got way too much supplies anyway. Right, there's quite a bit of troops moving through here. Now the question is, how many of those are shatter units and how many are not? Also, how's the enemy? They have, they basically run out of manpower now. Although AI never runs completely out of manpower, they'll be getting some through events, but it does mean that they won't be building a lot of new units anytime soon. Now, export tungsten. How are we looking on tungsten, actually? We've got an extra one here. We can sell on. Oh dear, 93% officer ratio. We're still on, well, I suppose the enemy is doing a lot of bombing runs, although not as many now. We have reduced the bombing runs, or frequency of their bombing runs at least. Xingyuan was another victory. And Hartin is under attack. We did retreat some of the troops from here. So we got a few units in here at least. I suppose we could send this one to the front line there. And then maybe this naval infantry can move in. Move that one back. They're doing bombing runs. Oh, 400 casualties there. Oh boy. Well, at the same time, the enemy's taking pretty hefty losses in here, so I think we can hold them back in the mid-hills. Or, well, I suppose now that they're sending more troops, it might be a little bit more difficult. That one's probably going to be a victory. This is... Oh, right. Heavy IC effect is increasing. There we go. Armored Group HQ advance. I'm assuming that is in here. Yeah, there we go. That can be dropped for the time being. The service HQ could be quite handy as well to research over time. Right, so less reinforcements, less upgrades. We are going to get... in 2 days, we're going to get another infrastructure built. That'll be quite handy. And then I suppose there's going to be the infantry division in... Okay, that's going to take a while, actually. Late October when we get the next one. And then in December when we get the last one. It might be late November, but it's still going to be taking a while regardless. Right, so I wanted to take one of these to give a support attack in the hills down here, so that Alberta's motorized division can keep on pushing forward further and further along the river. If we can get to the mountain woods over there, that'd be quite handy. Oh dear, major defeat. Kawashi, oh. Right, so we keep on losing that province. Oh, and... Right, this one's... Oh, that doesn't look good. Well, we've got reinforcements heading in here, so at least if we get pushed back from these, we can still pull back. But we may need to start pulling back sooner rather than later. So we've got the mercenary infantry over here, which is... Oh, right, I suppose I could send in the... I'm going to send the armored division down here. I think it's time to send it to combat. It doesn't have a lot of experience yet, of course, since it's just been built. But hey, human wave advance, there we go. Is that now something that is... Yeah, we can't research the next level yet. We will be able to do that eventually, but that will take some time. Okay, well, at least we are dealing some damage in here. Sooner or later, that probably will shatter. And over here, the enemy is trying to do some more ground attacks. I mean, the enemy is taking pretty hefty casualties on the attacking units, at least. So we might be able to stop their advance in here. I think I might even... Oh, right, there we go. We got the infrastructure built. That's good. There's reinforcements, because there's more units in combat, I reckon. Although some of the troops that are not in combat are probably now fully reinforced. At least a few of them. Not really a whole lot of them. Ah, there we go. So we did get across the river. We did also get in here. So there's a bit of a stack of units moving through. I think it might be time for us to attack across the river. That's going to give a support attack. And then I suppose Taz is going to move up there. The infantry, once they are ready, will attack Shindian. I suppose we've got the 30th Division. The mercenary infantry can probably move up here. And we'll move Itiescu's division. If we can get to Harbin, that would be already quite handy. Oh, there's a... Okay, they are trying to retreat some of the troops from here. I mean, that's, I suppose, fair enough. That one's looking a bit rough. We're still delaying the enemy, at least. We might have to retreat at least that one. Possibly both of those back into the hills. In Zinuju. We could potentially try to do attacks in here. Is that still attacking... No, they're not attacking from here. I could probably go ahead and send another infantry division. Oh, that one's going to have to retreat. Way too heavy casualties. Go ahead and send another division over there, and then I suppose this infantry division can get to Kawashi. Now, do we have any... Well, I suppose Catmander's division might be able to push back the enemy cavalry there. But I suspect that we might need a bit more troops in here. Although, I suppose these are no longer needed in here. Plus, that one's quite weak. Okay, let's send in the 30th Division and this one to attack across the rivers. It's got the medium artillery, so that should be fairly decent damage overall, though. Oh, yeah, that is actually quite effective. Ah, right, so they got back to Kawashi. They got one unit in there. Of course, the armored division is going to get into the scene fairly shortly. So that's going to also be probably quite rough for the enemy cavalry. They don't have any piercing. We'll have armor to like 24 or somewhere around there. Oh, there we go. That's a victory. So these are now defending. Oh, and we're under attack over there as well. Okay. So who was doing the attack? Or was it... No, it's support attack. Okay. So this should be a fairly easy victory now. Yeah, there we go. Enemies took several thousand casualties there. Although we are going to have to retreat that one now. That was another major defeat. And I think we may need to pull this one back as well. Before it's too late. Oh, another attack into the mountains. Right, how bad is the situation down south? We'll quickly check the production tab real quick. And then, yeah, so it's a few more days for the mercenary infantry to get its support units. Then it's going to take probably a week to get in good condition. Oh yeah, that's going to be actually a victory for us. And they are not attacking up here. Oh, there we go, hard turning. So we lost 2,000 men, they lost 7,000. That's not too bad. So we're enough troops in here, we can probably keep them at bay. Oh, there we go, that's another victory. So how's this one? That was going to be a victory. I'm pretty sure about that. Hopefully we can hold the enemy back in here. They've just got so much troops in Korea right now. So it's not going to be easy by any means. Oh, there we go. We're winning that combat at least. We could probably go ahead and send in one of the infantry divisions back in there. The other two can probably stay back for now. Hey, air-launched torpedoes advanced. There we go. So once we get the naval bombers, they can get upgraded with that. Need a whole lot of reinforcements though. So how's the... Ah, there we go. We actually did remove the enemy from here. I suppose at this point we've got the 185 kilometer range. Still not enough. We don't have an airfield in here. When did we get an airfield? Which one was it? Was it Tipinjuan? That's by the end of the month. Okay. So then we can at least... Oh! There's no one in Harbin. Send the mercenary infantry over here. And then I was going to send in at least some of the infantry through here, so we can maybe clear out the northern area here, get to this river. And that's already going to be quite an improvement on the situation. If we can take Harbin, that's an airfield in the north that we can take, and that is away from the enemy. So that's going to be perfect for our close air support, after a little bit at least. Now these three, this one's going to be retreating across the river, just to be on the safe side. We can sell a bit more metal to Iraq. I mean... To be fair, our trading with Iraq is probably making life a lot harder for the Allies. Oh, and looks like Italians are actually, or the Axis are pushing back in North Africa. Soviets have taken the Greek island over there as per usual. The Germans are pretty close to Leningrad. They haven't gotten to Crimea quite yet. And they haven't taken Homel, but of course they do have Kiev. They have taken Vitebsk. And they're almost in Novgorod. So the Finns are not in the war yet. Looks like the Germans are actually losing a bit of ground in Norway again. Although, have they taken... no, they've been pushed back from Narvik as well. Oh. Okay, that means that Norway might actually be liberated again. And it looks like the Italians, well, they still got a little bit of Sudan and all that, but they are getting pushed back pretty hard in East Africa, which is kind of the historical outcome. Well, not necessarily for the Sudan, but overall, they are going to get pushed back. Now, to be fair, since we did push back the enemy over here a decent bit, maybe we're not quite ready to counterattacks. Oh, Kashi. Right, there we go. We provided some defenses in there. As soon as we get our armored division in there, which is going to be just a matter of maybe a day. Oh, we've got another infantry division and fiscal policy. I think we're going to go with just the low-yield bombs right now to give the unity up. Ooh, veteran HQ. Sure, we'll take that one. Okay. Well, I suppose that's something that we might want to go ahead and switch to, maybe even for the mercenary division. It's going to take a while to arrive there, but that's alright. So these two are still digging in. Kashi is under attack, but there's not that many attacks by the enemy anymore. If we can get to Harbin quickly, we'll probably redeploy this in here, just to be on the safe side. I don't think they'll be doing counterattacks right now. And there we go, we're losing a lot of ground in the south, but I think these have dug in at least a little bit. There's not too many defenders over there. I'm going to go ahead and attack with these two. I'm going to take one of the mountaineers up here, and then we're going to give a support attack with another unit. So we can take a bit more ground in here, and start pushing the enemy back further and further. If we can take over some of these airfields here, that'd be brilliant, but I don't think we can do that, at least not today, because we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.